All right, folks, Yishai Fleischer here. Is the next phase of this war about to start in Judea and Samaria in the so-called West Bank, the heartland of Israel? Why am I asking this? Because today a horrific terror attack took place in Samaria, not far from the Jewish town of Kedumim, inside of an Arab village where Jews drive through. And today, three terrorists ambushed a bus and it killed one police officer. This ambush murdered one Jewish police officer and two elderly ladies and injured six more people. Let's take a look at what this terror attack looks like just to get a sense of it. Nothing too graphic.
عملية اغتيال لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله عملية اغتيال.
All right, so that's one vantage point, and here's the terrorist himself. Okay, there's no audio here, but here he comes out of his car, one of them anyway. Other reports say there was three terrorists, and he's out there shooting at this bus that just drove past, and he continues to shoot from this vantage point. And there he is, just shooting at that bus, just killing people, and then goes and tries to sneak back into his car. The chase after these terrorists is still ongoing, but you can see there's the footage of the terrorists escaping. Sadly, at the very same time that these terrorists were doing their vile act, the IDF was actually poised to take down a nascent Jewish community put up by Jewish community folks trying to set up shop in the land of Israel, so-called settlers. We call them resettlers, Jews trying to hold on to the land of Israel. And the army was poised to work on kicking Jews off that land. And here's a video of these vehicles that were actually going to try to get Jews off of their effort to establish a nascent community. And security vehicle, instead of actually protecting Jews and fighting against the bad guys, were on a wrong mission. Okay, those are Israeli army jeeps. And that was caught on camera today because folks were preparing, Israeli Jews were preparing to deal with the army's onslaught on a small Jewish community, which they claim is illegal, but others say, no, we have every right to build in this land. And the question is like this. First thing, is Judea and Samaria the next front? You know, we've had already the front of Gaza, and we had the front of South Lebanon. And you know what? We knew those fronts were there. We were poised to deal with them. We were conscious of the fact that there was armament being built up in Gaza and armament being built up in South Lebanon, Hamas and Hezbollah. But we perfectly well know that there is tons of armament and tons of terrorism in Judea and Samaria. By the way, Samaria is controlled mostly by Islamic Jihad, which is an Iranian-backed Shiite militia movement, a terrorist movement. And so they're the folks in control in northern Samaria, in cities like Shechem, oftentimes miscalled Nablus. And we know that in places like Hebron, where I work, and around Judea and Samaria, including in eastern Jerusalem, there's tons of jihadism and tons of arms. So the question is whether Israel is ready for this third front to open up. Looks like the terrorist organizations are itching for a fight. And the truth of the matter is we should be itching for a fight as well. Because with the help of God, we've got to take this opportunity of October 7th to clean out the jihadism from our land, from inside our land and from the borders of our land. We got to get rid of the jihadism in Gaza. We got to get rid of the jihadism in South Lebanon. We must get the jihadism out from Judea and Samaria. This is hugging our Jewish communities. It is north and south of Jerusalem. It threatens our capital city. And it's time. It's just simply time. What October 7th taught us is that we can't sit and just accept the jihadism in our land as a fait accompli. We have to deal with it. We have to face it. We have to eradicate it. We have to get rid of it. We have to push it out. We can't accept it anymore. It's just part of life. That's just not going to happen anymore. So let us put our heads together and our prayers together to pray that the Jewish state wakes up and pushes back against jihadism in our land. It's just not something we can live with. We have a small Jewish state. It's meant to protect the Jewish people in this region from jihadism. So it's time to wake up and use this opportunity. And if the terror organizations want to start this third front, then that is our opportunity to clean it out. But we need to pray to the God of Israel that the Jewish state will wake up and use this opportunity to push back and fight against the bad guys. This is our time. God bless you, folks, wherever you are. And thank you so much for all of your letters. Thank you very much for all of your support. And remember that if you want to be part of it, it's easy. Check out fightforisrael.org, where we renovate the land of Israel, beautify it, work on the biblical highway, work on biblical heritage sites, and make it awesome, make the land of Israel awesome through beautification, and pushing back on our enemies' dark vision for this good land. And of course, we also teach Torah throughout the world. And if you love the show, another great way to support is buymeacoffee.com/Yishai. God bless you, folks, wherever you are. Lots of love, lots of strength, and lots of blessings. May the memory of those who fell today be a blessing, and may they give in their death, may they give us strength to fight back so that no more Jewish blood will be spilled in this good land, God's land. Shalom.